Welcome to Through the Wire.
Through the wire.
As much as we love hoops and that there's games night in and night out, there's no like big topics to really talk about on today's show. Other than the Chicago Bulls making a trade 6 years too late. For some guy that's just washed.
So dang, those are some big shots to Melo.
I'm joking.
Looking for a team.
I hope he finds a team. I'm glad it's not our team. But Melo was traded from Houston to Chicago.
Were you ready to watch him play?
I was, though. Like, I kind of wanted him to be here, but then again, not. Because the Bulls are a circus anyway, so why not just add to some of the value there?
Y'all got Melo twisted.
Right, he's trying to win a ring.
He was never.
If he was trying to win a ring, he would have signed here 6 years ago.
He's trying to win a ring.
Yes.
No.
Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, Carmelo Anthony, Taj Gibson, and Joakim Noah all in prime. And maybe Jimmy Butler a little bit before his prime. But still, that team would have really gave LeBron them some run. That's all I'm saying.
The Bulls always gave LeBron them some
But
run.
with Melo, come on. We talk about those 6-game series. Would have won 7 and we would have won. But Melo wanted to take the cash, which I'm not blaming him because cash is incredible. But if your value...
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. But if
Who
you
said
really...
that,
I don't know.
Let me...
Oh,
who
my
said that, Mike?
That's Mobb Deep, ain't it?
Oh, my God.
Not Mobb Deep.
Oh, my God.
Wait.
Listen, that's probably the most legendary
That's-
rap song of all
Let me
time.
look into the camera because I did something today where a lot of people was hitting me up like, y'all always picking on D Mills or why you so mean to Mike and D Mills. This is not being mean.
Listen, I promise you, everybody, we're not even going to say who it's about. I hope that before the end of the show, one of y'all come to the realization and we'll leave it at that.
Like, y'all know what I said, right? What did I even say?
I don't remember.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream.
Yeah.
Dollar bill, y'all.
I know those lyrics. I don't know who said it though.
Okay.
That's a
If
shame.
I told you where they from, would it help you?
Sure, go ahead.
New York.
I don't know.
Is it
Nas?
Jay-Z?
We just throughout the show, just start throwing out names, and
come on, all right,
we'll ignore
let's
it
move on.
if it's wrong, and we'll
Let's
tell you if
move
it's
on.
right.
Let's move on.
But yeah, if Melo really wanted that ring, he would have signed here a couple years ago. But he got traded here. The Bulls eventually
If
waived
Melo
him.
really wanted that ring, he would have stayed in New York.
When?
No. I said that.
Yeah, I'm glad you took that back.
He wouldn't have stayed in New York. He just wouldn't have forced the trade to initially happen because we had to give up so much to get him.
Gallinari
that if he would've waited and came, we would have. Not saying they would have won with Gallinari and everything, but the pieces that we had to give him up could have been to go get a Chris Paul because remember Chris Paul had a situation.
So all of this, Sam, has Melo been pretty selfish throughout his career?
I can't even say it's selfish. I could just say it's not been
hard.
smart.
It's hard to put somebody in that selfish category when it deals with that money. Because almost at the same point, you would too.
But it's go deeper than that. Him not being able to accept the role of coming off the bench when they wanted him to at least test it. That's kind of selfish, right?
It's selfish, but at the time he was still Melo. Like he was.
Was he
just coming from-
last year? Last year,
about
Melo was not Melo that we know and love. Maybe not all of us
But
don't
he-
I'm
love.
talking
I
about
see
from
what
New
Mike's saying.
York.
He
I'm
was
talking
still
about from
like
New
when he
York.
came-
He was still the first option, and he came to that team thinking he was going to be not that guy
you,
because
Mike.
Russell obviously was there. But you
Talk
know
your
he's still
shit, Mike.
around
But-
20 points.
Is that
Talk
still?
your shit,
But
Mike.
oh, sure, that's facts. But
Okay,
that's
we
not
can say,
selfish.
all right, yeah, let's put it selfish.
I'm
He's
gonna
been
put
selfish.
myself over the team a little bit.
No, he's not
I
putting
mean,
himself on the team. He's
it's
just
not. Yeah,
saying.
it's not putting yourself in. If you let's say you a 25 point scorer, and you join
Which I
a
was
team,
in my prime, yeah.
I mean, like if you know you still have it,
But he didn't
was
still
an
have it.
but that's a mental thing though.
But that was more fans than anything. He had a whole New York behind him.
Everybody got a whole everything around him. They don't.
But
make it.
right, he wasn't an
But
all-star because he was like, oh shit,
I
Melo's
don't
still
know.
a thing.
He was averaging 22-6 and
On a 20-win team.
that team won more than 20 games.
Yeah, they won more than 20 games, but they weren't a playoff team
I get
still.
what you're saying, but yeah. I mean,
I'm just throwing out the question.
We only
Right.
didn't make the playoffs because Derrick Rose had left. Remember when he mysteriously left?
Wasn't that for like 2 games?
But
One
those-
game? That
those-
was like one game.
That was one game.
Those games messed up the commodity.
Right.
One game.
However you say it.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, in our locker room. It kind of made everything weird, and we kind of tumbled downhill. But he still averaged 18, 4, and 4 as the third option in the triangle offense.
And what is he averaging now? 18, 4, and 4 as the
6th man of the year.
third option.
Third option?
Not a triangle no more, but still the third
Not a
option.
nice second option.
Is he the third option?
You would
I mean,
want
you can
Shot
say
attempts.
it.
Shot attempts.
shot attempts. He's got to
But
be
he's
there.
definitely they got.
arguably he's the second option.
Yeah. Sorry, Wiggs.
There it is again.
But Melo should have been smarter. I will say that because I remember learning about the big three coming together. One of their things was they planned for it to be him and not Chris Bosh. but he didn't hit free agency with the rest of them because he didn't wait to sign his extension, and that just wasn't smart. Because then, his career is different. His career goes different in a lot of ways, which is so crazy about his career. Like, if the Pistons don't take Darko, which was
He would
dumb.
already have at least one ring.
Right.
He just being on that team, you get a ring. He didn't even have to contribute, really. No disrespect to Darko, but we know Darko went like doing much his rookie season.
Not at all.
If they take Melo at number 2, he may still be in Detroit. And Detroit will actually have people watching.
And then that team fell apart years later after that, which would have probably made him not sign an extension. He would have hit free agency with Bron and Wade.
Oh, I was thinking other way. They're like
What?
Chauncey Billups and them are gone. Like, okay, like it's
Now
100%
now it's
my
Melo's
team.
Oh, and then he just stat pad with his ring. And
Yeah.
True. Yeah, well, he could. Yeah, he still can do that, but then he'll be able to leave without signing an extension, go to the Heat with them, win 2 more over there, and now we talking about him in a different light.
Or
But-
signs to Chicago, man. We did this whole thing here.
Think about how much rings be changing people's career. Just one ring.
One ring can change. I mean, it's
One
not.
ring.
He's a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
no.
So that's
doubt.
for
He definitely
sure.
established himself.
There's gonna be a lot of players like that where you would be like, what if they had a ring?
Because
What
of
would
this
their
era,
legacy be?
because of the
Yep.
Warriors being so great, like we're gonna see a lot of players retire without a ring.
James Harden
Chris Paul.
is one.
That's why
Chris Paul, James Harden. who
That's
knows?
why we shouldn't hold so much weight on it. We definitely should hold weight on it, but not too much because I look at other things. You know what I mean? And Tracy McGrady making it and not ever getting past the first round, besides that 1 year with the Spurs,
That's tough.
kind of changes everything about the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer because of it, but a lot of people are going to be able to establish an argument for themselves because of that. Like, imagine the NBA trying to say that Manu is not a Hall of Famer. He's going to be like, well, I wasn't a star like McGrady, but
Right.
I was a part of some very, very good
Big parts,
teams.
yeah.
Right.
And I was a big
I
part
think
of it.
impact is definitely a big part of it too, more than just like statistics or awards.
I think that's how Draymond Green is 100% a Hall of Fame already. His impact, plus the rings, but like his impact goes so great, more than just the 6 points
Is
that he
Ron
may be
Artest a
averaging.
Hall of Famer?
No,
Is that who?
Ron
Ron
Artest. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Ben Wallace?
He should be
Yeah.
because of a Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Okay.
And the ring, he's got a ring.
Billups?
Defensive.
I think Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer.
That Billups is the toughest one.
Billups is a very
I
tough
think
one.
Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer.
Chris Webber, he still ain't in there.
No.
You say
I
no?
think they're going to let him in. I don't think he should be, but I think they're going to let him in.
Yeah.
I think they're going to let
I feel like if you had 5 or 6 years of great basketball, the Basketball Hall of Fame's like, all right, sure.
Chauncey Billups' career numbers, 15, 5, and 3.
What's his prime numbers, though? Because he had a couple years.
He's never been a 20-point
right.
scorer.
He had a couple years where he was just like nothing really, just late in his career.
The highest assist that he's ever had was 8.6.
I was listening to an interview with him.
His best year was 18 and basically 9 assists.
I was listening to an interview with him, and you forget that he played for Boston early in his career. Like,
Yep.
and then he got
Boston,
traded.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, he got traded almost instantly after the Boston. I can't remember what the deal was, but he said he was super upset about that because he's like, they gave me a promise that I'll be on the team and yada yada, and they traded him away. But I mean, it worked out perfectly. He ended up winning a ring eventually, one of the best rings ever. If you
Yep.
think about it, that team was not supposed to be where they were, and they ended up making it happen. Maybe the most impressive ring.
Yeah, because it was one of those things where it wasn't like they're the favorite. And
Right.
they
Yeah.
took down a Shaq and Kobe team.
Right.
So maybe the most impressive ring, the 3-1, 3 from
No,
one.
now
Let's
Three
look at,
comeback.
let's
Yeah,
look
that's
at
a
Metta
big one
World
too.
Peace. Resume. He's a one-time All-Star,
Right.
All-NBA in 2003, All-Rookie in 1999-2000. He's an NBA champion,
Yeah.
4-time All-Defense,
Right.
and then a 2003 Defensive Player of the Year.
I forgot that. That may change it. I forgot that he was defensive player
He
of
had
the
a
year.
year where he averaged 24 points.
What?
Is that what the Pacers?
That's the Malice of the Palace year. So he only played, what, like 8 games that season?
He was an All-Star the year before that.
Right.
So yeah, he has an okay resume.
He has an okay resume.
Well,
How long ago has it been since he retired? What was his last official year? 2017?
2016, 2017.
So what is he?
But even then,
2021 is
see,
when he
I don't know,
eligible?
come on, he played 25.
But I'm just saying when he officially retired, because I don't know
yeah,
if the rule
20
is still there. There's 4 years after you retire
Okay.
before you can get inducted.
Yeah, that would be 2020 for him. 2020,
So-
21.
Is he a Hall of Famer? He might be.
That's
Maybe
a-
not a first ballot,
Right.
but he might be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Chris
it's gonna
Webber
be a
career
lot of
numbers
people out there
are
like that.
actually very impressive.
Yeah, Chris
A lot
Webber is
more than
really
I
good.
thought, or that I remember. Yeah, he was real good, but I remember his career fizzling out at the end. But he still averaged 20, basically 10 rebounds and 4 assists.
He might have a ring now if Tim Donahue doesn't mess him up against the Lakers in that series. It's possible.
I don't think they was beating them. Because like the last couple of parts of his years, he's averaging 11 and 3.
Yeah.
You know, do y'all have? Was y'all watching basketball when he got traded to 76ers with AI? I really liked. I liked that little duo for a second.
I don't even remember that. What year was that? That has to be 2005, right?
It was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your favorite center of all time is who?
Joel Embiid.
That was wild. Is Tyson Chandler Hall of Fame? I'm trying to throw out some
See,
more
like
names.
those are impact players. Like, yes, they also have the accolades, but it's not like they had incredible stats to go along with it.
I'm
You
going to
know
go
what saying?
Tyson Chandler's a no.
Okay, because he's a 3-time All Defense,
Right.
Defensive Player of the Year,
One-time All-Star?
one-time All Star, a champion with the Mavericks, and then All NBA in 2011. So yeah, I see what you're saying, Mike. He has those things.
Like, yeah, the accolades are there,
But
but
he
it's not
ain't
like
been
Statistics are not.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
never been a top 5 center in the league.
Never. Someone asked me if Joakim Noah was, and I just said no. As much as I love Joakim, as much as he had like a 3-4 year prime, he's just very, very good. He's not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
What about Joe Johnson?
Yes.
He is. You say yeah? I thought you
say
was gonna
yes.
say no for him.
I would
Let me
normally
get
say
some
no.
accolades. Let me see.
It's not a lot.
I know it's not a lot.
Seven-time
'cause-
All-Star, which is impressive for Joe Johnson.
Uh-huh.
All rookie and then All NBA in 2009.
That's it. That's his whole accolades. He's never won any awards, but he's been an All-Star.
But he's
And
been
his
a
stats
really
are
good
up.
scorer ever since he's entered.
And that's what they kind
He
of
has
value.
20 plus scoring years.
For example, like Tracy McGrady would be, him and Tracy McGrady would be very similar.
You just see 25.
As far as like their overall accolades and their statistics. I'm not saying they're the same player because Tracy McGrady's obviously was a lot better.
I want to look at
Like, compare
every
them
single
to.
one.
Like,
Of
look-
his 7-time All-Star,
7-time All-Star, same thing.
7-time All NBA,
Okay.
2-time scoring
You're
champion,
right.
and then
Right.
2000
That's a
most
big
improved
Okay,
player.
that's a big difference. So I'll take that back. I did not know
Yeah,
he was a 7-time All NBA
Yeah,
player.
I didn't know that either.
30,
Yeah, I thought I knew he was in there a couple times. I didn't
he
know it
averaged
was 7.
32, 28,
25.
25, 24.
My fault, T-Mac. I'm sorry. Have me on the show. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Paul
that.
Pierce is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Yeah,
100%.
Rajon Rondo.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
One of the best point guards we've ever had. Even though it's kind of short-lived and all
3-time
that.
assist
I think
champion.
their whole big force
Yeah.
Hall of Famers.
And all numbers should be retired, if you ask me.
I had one more, a couple more I was thinking of. Who's another point guard in the Rondo era?
CP?
Nah, he's definitely a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
yeah.
No. Al Horford.
Is Al Horford a Hall of Famer?
When is he on his way? I know he still has.
He's a
lot to
ring
play.
short.
Yeah. Okay. So if he gets a ring, he is. 'cause
he's a
Al
ring
Horford's
short.
had
He
a
definitely
very
feels like-
impressive,
Yeah.
impressive
If
career.
he did get a ring, then people would also look in the magnifying glass and be like, oh, he did all the little things for that team. Same
Quietly
thing
a
as that
5-time
Draymond.
All-Star.
Yep.
All NBA in 2011.
Yep.
All defensive 2017. All rookie team in 07. Career numbers aren't that great, but we still know the impact. He's never been a box score type of guy.
No.
Right.
But he quietly has great
I
impression.
feel like he's a ring away. He get a ring, he's there. If he doesn't, then it's like 50-50, I guess. But even then, that doesn't. But I think about the Basketball Hall of Fame, and they just allow so many
That's
players
what I was
in.
gonna say. It's almost at to a point where like they need two kind of thing. Like they need an official Hall of Fame, like the top of the top, and then just like
The NBA Hall of Fame
Right.
and then the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Right.
It's like the NBA Hall of Fame has like the top 100 people to ever play this game,
right.
and they
Right.
get like a.
And you got to be so good that you almost got to move somebody out of that list for you to get onto that.
Can you imagine you make it, then a year later somebody knocks you out of the Hall of Fame? Like, damn,
And
that
they
was
just
so
take your
lit.
plaque back. They say,
What is that? The golf has like that golden jacket for if you win a something, right?
Yeah.
You
They
get
got
like a
green
gold
jacket.
green jacket, right? Green jacket. The NBA gets a golden jacket or something. Just hang it up, or you wear it if you're on national TV. Like Walt Frazier will wear some shit like that. But let's get into something like we were asking the fans about some NBA opinions. So I picked some of my favorite or least favorite to see what y'all think about it, and I want y'all to give y'all opinions. Have y'all figured out who set that rap line yet?
no.
Okay. At the end of the show, we may have to just tell them, which is
Biggie.
No, that's not big.
No.
I can say that right now.
no, it's not. That's not Biggie. Okay, so the first one comes from Caveman Raps. Joel Embiid
What up, Cave man?
really should be an MVP candidate. 30 likes. 30 people agree with this opinion. So just off the top of y'all head, give me y'all top 3 MVP candidates as of right now.
James Harden.
Right?
I agree.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yep.
And let's see if you say the last one right.
There's no right or wrong. Give it to people that you think deserve
I'm
it.
just thinking that we thinking the same because he's.
I had a Stephen Curry / KD. Both players have having incredible years, but there are other players that have
That's what I'm saying.
a
I'm
case.
interested to hear All of y'all last ones. So you got Steph and KD.
It was between those two and Embiid.
I gotta throw like at least Kawhi and Embiid. If I had to choose between somebody else other than
Okay, so
what they're
my
talking
last name
about.
y'all ain't even say.
Jokic.
Jokic.
That makes sense.
Jokic.
So he said Embiid. What makes you think that Embiid is an MVP candidate?
Double machines. He's holding it down defensively. They've gotten it together a little bit. Nah, they just look very promising. I feel like they're going to be very dangerous.
So the people that didn't have Joel Embiid, why is he not top 3?
Because I have another guy above him.
right.
Yeah.
It's the people above him. It's not what he.
It's not no knocks on
Right.
Joel.
Is he a
It's the
candidate? Sure,
Yeah,
he's
he
a
could be a candidate, no doubt.
But
Not a favorite.
Jokic, the Nuggets have had a lot of injuries to significant players, and they still maintain a great spot.
Right.
They number 2 right now.
Yep.
Because what is Jokic? I mean, what is Embiid having like 28 points a game?
Yep.
I don't think it's that high, but it's pretty good. Pierre's gonna look it up. I think it may be 26, 11, and 3.
It might be
Right.
28.
I think it was
Let's
28.
see.
I
It's
thought it was
27, 13,
20
and 3.6
27,
assists.
13. See,
How many blocks?
Those are
does
great
he average?
numbers.
Yeah, those
Two.
are great numbers.
And he's averaging 2 blocks too. So
Yeah, those are very fantastic numbers.
But yeah, I think
But-
I don't know what Giannis' number. I'm pretty sure he averages more rebounds than Joel Embiid.
don't
I think they
so.
both average 13.
Oh, yeah.
If I
It's
had to
some-
take a
it's
guess.
some crazy.
12
Giannis
or
averaging
13.
crazy.
He's
amount of
averaging
rebounds.
12.6.
he's the only dude that really rebounds for that team.
If this comes into effect, I would say that mostly the reason why Joel Embiid may not be top 3 is because team success. Sure, the 76ers are being great, but they're not, top team in the East
And
as far as
then-
record goes.
When they do if they do kind of separate and do become that,
Then he'll jump up.
it'll also be
Because
because
they
they got Jimmy Butler, which kind of takes away from him. Because before they got Jimmy Butler, they were a cool team, but we all looked at them like they should be a little bit more better. So it kind of
For
hurts
Joel
him a little bit.
Embiid, obviously he would have to play better. Do you think the other people would have to take steps back for him to kind of jump into that?
Why does he have to
conversation?
play better? He's playing amazing.
No, he's talking about
Yeah, if he wanted to be that MVP and be that guy.
because that's what he said coming into the season. He wanted to win MVP this
Right.
year.
I feel like other people would have to take a step back, like
So
if
he
they
can
keep
get his
going and
stats
doing
up
what
a little
they do,
more.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
okay
he
with
would.
Derek though.
I think he needs more big time moments.
that's another.
They don't give him the ball when it's late in game as far as to win a game or anything
been
like that.
Jimmy
It's
Butler.
Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
which I mean,
It's hard.
He's
It's
their
hard to
best.
do that
He's
as
their
a
best
center.
shot
Right,
creator.
exactly.
It's hard to do that as a center.
it's hard to do that as a big man.
Embiid be having his games, but like he don't be having them crazy games. His games be decent, but like I
But
look at
no,
Jokic. Jokic has had more way
Right.
big crazy games, and we be like,
especially
damn.
with that assist, because I know for a fact Embiid had a couple like 40, almost 20 games, right?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
He had the big games.
But Jokic
I
will
don't know.
have
yeah,
a
he'll have like 40
point game or
right.
40-point game, and we'd be like, whoa. And then he'll have a triple double over
Right.
here, and then it's like, oh, he had 15 assists. It's a lot of whoa moments with him.
As great as Joel Embiid is, one thing that I noticed when I watch him is like he loses energy. You know what I mean? Like one game against, I want to say maybe Detroit. I just know he's playing against another decent center. It may have been Drummond. He had like 25 points in the first half. You're like, oh my God, Joel's about to go for 40, 45. He ended with like 32.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he put all his energy in that first half, and in that second half he just didn't really have it. So that's probably a something. But I don't know. Should he be an MVP candidate? Sure, but it's just like as of right now he's not.
I think I don't think he would have to put up numbers. I mean, better numbers. I'm with Derek. I think what he's doing right now is phenomenal. I just think that it's a team success thing. And now that they got Jimmy Butler, it's kind of unfair because if they do take off, a lot of people will probably
Right.
credit it to them acquiring Jimmy Butler.
Because before the Jimmy Butler trade, they were like 9-7 or something like that.
Right.
They were just
So-
not very good.
But yeah, I think Joel Embiid he's the truth, man. He's the truth. I love some Joel Embiid. I love the shit that he does, like when he got that block on Harden and
Yeah.
did that thing. I like that he ain't backing down to Russ. He said he always in his feelings. I like all of that.
Yep.
I think that helps him too for MVP cases. That people like him. He's a likable dude. He's not, like the standard. He's fun with it. He's
The people that don't
entertaining.
like him are the old people because he talks so much and he's on social media. But then those are the same people that said that there's no competitiveness. I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
So shout out to Joel. His time is coming too. He's young.
Yeah.
If he don't
Oh
win
my
it
God,
this year,
yeah.
they good.
Next question comes from Jacob, who says Spicy P is the second best player on the Raptors.
That's arguable.
That's why I added it. Y'all tell me. What do y'all think? It's arguable.
Is Kyle Lowry on the same page as Pascal Siakam?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Kyle Lowry is the second best player on the Raptors.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say that because what he does matter. If he don't show up in the playoffs, they ain't gonna be on shit. Siakam can keep doing what he doing, but if Kyle Lowry don't show up, it ain't gonna matter. And Siakam is on his way. Eventually, he will be the second best player. Maybe next year, he might be their second best player. But as of right now, they need Kyle Lowry to have a certain type of production for them to go where they're trying to go, or where we all think they have the potential to go.
Right.
I think if Kyle Lowry disappears again in the playoffs, it's going to be evident. Even with their depth, they still need him to. He has his moments where he hit big shots and do a lot of big things for them. I don't think Siakam can have that, even though he did have the game winning layup.
He had that game winning layup, which is tough.
But
He not gonna take over the game. Like he ain't gonna hit no step back jumper.
Right. So I think they're gonna need those type of moments from Lowry.
I agree
occasionally.
with you. I'm with Lowry because when Kawhi Leonard is out, they still are a pretty decent team. They have a pretty good record when Kawhi's out. But when Kyle Lowry's out or Kyle Lowry's really struggling, they struggle. Mm-hmm. He's their floor general, and that's what they need. Even though Kyle Lowry's not the guy to throw up 20 points often, he is their floor general, and he makes the offense go.
He's giving you almost 10 assists a game, so he's getting everybody involved. And he's a great leader. I like him.
As much as I love Spice P, he's my MIP pick, but no, I still say Kyle Lowry's the second best player on that team.
Yeah,
for now.
I'll say it
for now.
He just brings the most to the game. Like if Kyle Lowry did have that, I think somebody already just said it, but if Kyle Lowry did have the off game, Spicy P ain't for to bring them back for the win.
Mm-hmm. Not often, at least.
And
Kyle Lowry's a good defender.
He's still giving you a really good defense too.
Next question or next thing comes from Bills Mafia, John Fanboy 776.
What's up?
Harden is our generation's Kobe Bryant. And when he says his generations, I'm guessing he's a little bit younger. We grew up with Kobe, so he's not talking about us. He means like the younger generation that got the end of Kobe's career. This is what Kobe was to us.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
Like, yeah. I mean, from a points wise, like he's going for like 40 points over like 18 games, something like that. Nah, that's cool. Like the scoring is there, but it's that he don't have that Kobe mentality. That's what I think about when Kobe. That as soon as out the gate, he's trying to go for 50 on you. Like he's literally trying to kill you.
You don't think James Harden got that?
Yeah, what?
No.
He's coming out.
I think James Harden is just naturally a scorer. Like, yeah, he's gonna hit the daggers on you, but I think he's more of a playmaker as well with that scoring.
I would say no, just because Harden's giving you 40 plus and also giving you 15 assists.
So he's a little bit different, is what you're saying.
He's also facilitating. Kobe's coming out with the scoring mentality.
I'm going to say this. I agree with what you just said. But another thing is Kobe was dominantly winning. Like all Kobe rings came in peats. He had a 3-peat with Shaq. Then he had the 2-peat with like Odom and Gasol and them. So Kobe was like doing what Harden is doing, but winning.
Right.
And
that was the same thing I was going to say too.
And then Kobe also was like just doing miraculous stuff, like crazy game winners. I mean, Harden has his moments, but Kobe was doing it just a different way. Harden, like D-Mill said, he's passing. He got a little bit more foul shooting to get to the free throw line. Kobe was dogging you. Shooting over double teams. And
when I think of Harden, I always think like you could say that Kobe scoring, but it also has like that Steve Nash with the type of passes and the type of he's gonna create for his teammates.
The Kobe of your era would be Russell Westbrook if he was having success with his mindset. Kobe had Russell Westbrook mindset, but was winning.
It's that mentality that like reminds me of Kobe.
Them wild shots that we be like, "Whoa, what are you doing, Russell?" Kobe was taking them, but was hitting.
Right, was like people face.
So like, imagine if Russell Westbrook was like
Harden
winning.
is taking those like ridiculous shots in people's faces, and he's making them. He's making them.
I would say their offensive impacts are very similar. I mean, they're doing it differently, but as far as like, I'm taking over this game.
Right. Because I thought about the other day, like, have you ever seen James Harden run off like a screen or anything? Like an off-ball screen. Move off the ball.
No. It's ISO. It's
literally ISO the whole game. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've seen Kobe Bryant come off like a pin down screen, try to get the ball at least in his spots.
Yeah.
But James Harden really just brings the ball.
I think Kobe had more variety, too. Kobe was a much more variety type of scorer. Right. Kobe would give it to you in the post. He would get you at the elbow. He would shoot some threes. He would dunk on you. He would do all those type of things. Harden is kind of... And also, it's not Harden's fault. It's kind of like the offense, but I'm going to keep always saying, I think Harden could be much more, maybe have some varieties, but they don't even explore it. I've never seen Harden post up anybody.
No.
He's a big guard.
He posted up T.J. McConnell the other night.
Okay, good.
And then he
good.
did the like baby because he scored over him, which I'm like, yeah, he
I
is a
seen him
baby to
score
you.
over him, and I see him do that, but I didn't know it came
He did
from
it
the
twice.
post.
Yeah, he did it
Okay.
twice in the same game
Which
because
is
they showed the
good.
replay on that one you probably thinking about. Called him a baby.
Which is good because they kind of make it. The offense is hard for him to do all those type of things. He just got
But
to
if you
step
really
back.
think about it, what time does he have really to post up? He's usually going against like bigger, longer defenses.
'cause-
No, not even. Not even. Harden
'Cause
was
even, like-
he was a point guard for an entire year, which means he's a 6'5", big ass point guard. So other guards are probably going to match up with him. And even Kobe wasn't just Kobe didn't only post up babies.
Yeah, I know.
He was
Right.
posting
He-
up T-Mac, who was taller and longer than him.
I get
too.
what Derek's saying though, because like last night, was that last night? Yeah. They had Corey Brewer on him for most of the game. Like that's a bigger guy.
Kobe would have posted his ass up. Kobe has posted
Right.
up Corey Brewer over there.
Or like
That's
when they
crazy.
go against the Thunder, he's going against Paul George.
Right.
Post his ass up.
I know.
That's the difference. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. He can't post him up.
Yeah.
Which is
Right, 'cause
different.
Kobe definitely had a higher release point, so he can get those shots over the bigger guys. You know, James Harden
he's
seems
left-handed.
like he's rarely jumping on his jump
No,
shots.
he's not.
unless it's deep as hell.
I think
shot kinda
he
comes
jumps
here,
when he feels like he needs it.
Where he
No,
need his leg.
The way he jumps is perfect because it reserves him. If he had any type of high more, the amount of shots he take and how he take a shot, his
Right.
legs
No,
would be
that's
dead.
like he do it when he's in need, especially if they're real close on him. He'll kind of kick his legs and get that foul too.
Most left-handed people don't jump much on their
Yeah, they
jumpers. I'm just thinking about it.
Odom.
Manu
I'm
didn't
trying to
jump
think,
much. D'Angelo Russell don't really get up. Only guy that really jumps
I'm
high
thinking
on his
about, like,
jumper
Just the best shooters in general
is Isaiah Thomas.
don't even really jump.
Yeah,
that
because
much.
he has to.
He
He,
has to
really
jump.
has to.
You think so?
Stephen Curry don't really jump that high. Klay Thompson don't really jump that high. Ray Allen
had a lot of
Yeah,
jump on his
Ray-
shot.
yeah,
He had a
right.
lot of lift. A lot of lift.
Move on to the next one from Power Poof Man. Steph is better than Magic Johnson.
I don't know. It's hard for me to even gauge that because I
play
can watch
different.
all the Magic highlights I want. I never really seen him play.
And they play completely different.
So
So it's really hard. I don't know.
So does Kobe and LeBron, but we
do.
we know who's the
I hate
better one.
comparing the two.
I do too. But I thought this was interesting because I've tweeted before, kind of as a joke, but also a little bit serious, that Steph Curry's going to go down as the best point guard of all time. So I still believe that, even though he's still got years upon years. He may win another ring this year. Who knows what's going to happen after that? But I think it's interesting because Magic is a guy that literally played 5 positions. Even though he was a point guard,
That's
he
what I'm
played
saying. He
all
brought-
positions.
I'ma say
they
this.
both bring so much, but Magic brought some stuff to the game that Steph can't. You can't teach nobody's
vice versa.
size.
Yep. Vice versa.
Yeah, you can't teach nobody's size.
But Steph brought some stuff that Magic.
Right, he just changed the whole game.
Right. So
I know it's hard.
I would say Steph is actually better, actually.
I can't say Steph is better. Yeah, I say he's on his way, but to say he's
Right.
better right now is blasphemous. It's just,
I just got an update that said Rajon Rondo's available to play. So now the Lakers have a point guard again.
hey.
Yeah, I
coulda
think it
used
was
him
some
last
reports that
night.
he was coming back Thursday.
But yeah, Steph Curry has a whole lot of opportunity to be better, but as of right now, he's not.
Steph Curry's about the next generation of hoopers are about to be so different than
About
the
to be like
past.
Trey Young.
They're gonna be Trey Young, yeah. They're gonna be Trey Young. Everybody's shooting. Everybody's
shouldn't
shooting.
Not
be.
Zion.
But they're going to be. He said the point guard.
I just meant in general.
said players.
Yeah, I just meant in
I thought you
general.
meant point guards.
But even then, they get in like. I'm talking about the people that are literally growing up right now watching
Yeah,
Steph
he's
Curry,
old,
like the
sure.
10-year-olds right now. They're like, when I get older, I'm
At
gonna
this
shoot like
point, too,
Steph.
It seems like coaches are like what it seems like is coaches emphasize shooting so much. And Pierre brought it up on a story about how coaches, when they have young players, they kind of put their position based on their size. So if he's 6 foot,
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be in the pot,
I
in the
think
block.
I think coaches nowadays they're just everybody needs to learn how to shoot.
Yeah.
Which is
So
good.
It's kind of
That's
like
good.
just burning into that regular skill set instead of like athleticism. And
That we really got to tip our hat to people who've been doing it before, which was the European people.
Oh yeah, every
Their players.
European be coming over and just got
but they
it.
can't rely on athleticism.
Yeah.
So all they 7-footers, 60, they always have had guys since I've been watching the NBA that's in the draft that can do all these different type of things, that can
Mariani.
shoot, all of them,
Mariani.
because that's how they teach basketball over there. Now we're kind of just starting to do it, but we definitely got to give them their credit for that. Because if you watch EuroLeague, all them dudes is can get the ball at the post, hand it off, cut, screen, shoot.
They have that's what all like the ball movement is.
Yeah.
overseas.
That's funny,
Even
yeah.
D'Antoni, he brought that, but he brought that from over here, like that whole
Like,
pace space. He brought that over here like 15 years ago.
When we go to the gym, or when we used to go to the gym, we used to match up against those European guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just play ball.
They just play ball. Like it's like they have sets. Like they've been playing together for years. They have sets at the YMCA. Stuff like that. Next question comes from NBA 2K Australian. Joe Ingles was the final piece in that Griffin, Paul, Jordan, Redick Clippers team, but they waived him too early. So if y'all don't remember the story, Joe Ingles got waived by the Clippers, and that's when he went to go sign with the Jazz, and then he came to the Jazz, and obviously he's an impactful player. And that Clippers team tried so many different small forwards to really fit what they were trying to do, and this guy saying Joe Ingles could have been that and got them to that next level.
Hindsight, yeah, he could have, but I don't think Joe Ingles had the confidence then that he has now
Right.
because he didn't have the role. It was easier for him to contribute with this Jazz team because it's not as star-studded as the Clippers team. CP3, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford
Doc
versus Doc Rivers versus Rudy Gobert, Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, who was still a rookie.
Yeah, and he would get. I could see him getting open looks, of course, with the people around him, but the Clippers always had shooters like that. So I don't know if he would have made that defensive.
Yeah, I don't know,
impact.
but
his
they
defense is
have
good.
Them type of shooters though.
I don't know how it was with the Clippers. I don't know what he was doing with the Clippers, but I know he's improved as a player.
Definitely a different player
Right, he's a
now
different
than he
player. So
was
I don't
then.
know. In the hindsight,
Of course.
yeah. In
Right,
the
of
hindsight,
course.
maybe he could have, but at the same time,
But at
it's
the
like, I
same
can't
time, the
really just-
Clippers were more so in a win now situation. They didn't want to wait to see him develop, so
Right.
that's why they were so quick to pull the trigger because they were tired of being eliminated in the second round. They weren't about to sit there and wait for him to develop.
Yeah, they wanted the most. They was like one of the most teams. That
I mean,
like
who do they had at
frustrated
the
me the
time?
most.
They started
Wesley
Wesley Johnson. They did
Johnson.
Bro,
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes, Paul Pierce.
They brought back my boy.
Chris Douglas Roberts.
Yes, Chris
short.
CDR.
They tried everything except for Joe Ingles.
They brought back Lamar Odom.
Man.
Paul Pierce.
It's funny because Joe Ingles is better than all of them.
They had Grant Hill. That was crazy.
40-year-old Grant or
That was
38-year-old Grant. Next question comes from Wallace, who is a Minnesota fan. I'm just going to throw that out there if that affects anything to y'all. If Wiggins can figure out how to use his natural talent, the Timberwolves will have a chance of being a perennial top 5 team in the West. Perennial.
What does that mean, though? What does figuring out how to use his natural talent? I think he does use his natural talent. I think that's the part. That's the thing is that he relies too much on his natural talent. He needs actual fundamental basketball. His natural talent is his leaping ability, and
I think that he needs something different, and that's in the brain. I think as far as skills go, he's cool.
I
But
don't think Andrew Wiggins is a very skillful basketball player.
you don't think so?
No, not fundamentally. He can't. He's not a. He can knock down threes, but I
don't want him shooting threes.
If he would, but if he could
I'm
shoot
just-
threes,
yeah,
he would love that.
Yeah, I would.
He's not like a. He's like his
That's why I
ball
say,
handling
like,
is very.
right.
His pick and roll game isn't all
his
that
game
good.
not a
hasn't really
crazy
developed
passer.
since he came into the league. Usually, you see players like as their time goes on to the league, they bring different skills to their game to help them, stay in the league.
And what got him to be the number 1 pick? His athleticism.
You're right.
Which is now is in the NBA. It's kind of matched with everybody else's. Everybody's
Right.
athletic.
Everybody else
has
leaping that
length.
high. Everybody else long.
And
So
he's literally just a mid-range jump shooter.
If
That
you-
shoots bad shots.
If you mix in that athleticism with some fundamental skill, like really real skill,
And some smarts,
Man.
a higher IQ.
I think the skill will come. The IQ will come with the skill because the game will open up more. You know what I mean? Just posting up with the fadeaway turnaround, kind of predictable, and it kind of prisons.
So y'all agreeing
Lots of
or disagreeing?
I don't even really know. what
I
he
disagree.
asking.
You disagree?
with that.
Because
Okay, let's say
of course, if Wiggins plays better, they're going to be
Yeah, I
better.
see. What he's,
But let's
I'm
say
not-
let's
I'm
say
not saying
Wiggins
they're top
ends up
5.
being all-star.
They're not.
hell yeah, they got a chance because you have Towns and now you have an all-star Wiggins. Hell yeah, you have a chance. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then you mix that in with Covington and shit like that.
Derrick Rose.
There's a chance.
I need Covington to come back soon.
Oh,
man.
is he saying like right now? Because right now they out of it, homie.
No, yeah.
I thought maybe
the
he's
chances
speaking
are
future,
not.
'cause
I would say he's speaking future
because
though.
yeah,
I
in the
think he's
future,
speaking
how could
future.
you not have a chance when you
Right.
have two all-star
All-stars.
guys?
If anything, I'm thinking near future, and I'm saying I don't think they got it. At least for right now, they don't
Okay.
got it.
Next
Two
question
all-stars and then a wing like Covington?
comes from Toast. Jason Tatum is one of the most overrated players in the NBA. That comes from Toast.
I
Agree
can't agree with that at
or
all.
disagree?
I can't even.
I think the reason why people feel he's overrated is because his stats don't show how he's played. I like when you watch him play, he looks like he's just getting buckets, but you might look over his stats and he only be averaging 14 points a game.
But also, you have to look at the fact that he has all those pieces around here that's taken away from his game. We saw him play at a
Without
high
it.
level without when it was his team. He elevated his game significantly.
That's what I don't like about these type of takes. It's like because you just talking. You're not even really trying to find the answer or find a reason why. You just looking at something and you just going off it. If you watch what's going on and try to answer the question yourself, you will see that, hey, before Hayward and Kyrie was there in the playoffs, and even with all of that, when he had his opportunity, he was doing this damn thing. Now that those players are back, his numbers aren't quite the same. So is it because he's overrated or is it because of the situation that he's in? And I haven't really seen anybody give him that praise like he's the next one. He's the dude.
It happened last
From
year.
Celtics fans?
No, just like from the
After the
world.
playoffs.
After the playoffs,
He
they
did
were
his
like,
damn thing in the playoffs.
I know,
That
no,
was
that's
deserved.
right.
And Jalen Brown were doing their thing.
Right. No,
And
I'm
that's
just
what you're like.
But people were like putting him on this pedestal. Like this year, he's about to be an all-star, which he could have been
I thought
if
he
the
was,
situation was going to be right.
Now, you know what? You're right.
And what
because
they
I
say?
remember
They called him the next. Hold
He
on.
came into
at the
game.
beginning of the season, I even said that they was gonna get away from Kyrie and that was becoming his team. So yeah, sure. People, yeah,
Maybe
okay.
they were so
I
high
can
on
see
him
what he's
because he was a
saying.
rookie. Maybe he was one of those rookies last year.
And GQ posted this article.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum, the next Mamba.
Yeah, I saw that.
Y'all remember that when it happened before the season started?
Yeah.
I mean, and that could still be true. We talk about a
could be.
20-year-old basketball player. This could still be true, but like,
No, but what he's asking and what he's saying is definitely reasonable now. I remember because I was one of those people. I remember dead ass in the beginning of the season me saying that the Celtics were going to go through him, run the offense through him, and make it his team. And I still feel like that.
in this field of work, it's easy to get caught in the moment. When you see a 18, 19-year-old dude dunking on LeBron in a Game 7 elimination game, it's easy for you to be like, oh, shit, this guy's about to be amazing. And he still could be amazing. But like,
he is amazing.
He is.
we are prisoners of the moment at the end of the day.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference. That's the difference, though. A lot of the things that we say up here don't come from the moment. Him dunking on LeBron or even that playoff series didn't make me say those statements. It's a collective of everything that I saw that year. That's all I'm saying. Just like De'Aaron Fox.
Right.
Before the season started, you predicted he would be a 20-point scorer. That's not being a
sure did.
prisoner in the moment. That's just being able to see some shit and being like, you know what? I think he got something in him. D'Angelo Russell.
If it's anything I feel like I bring to like a scouting, it's just I have a good ability with the eye test. And he just looks like he got like, if he was the number one guy in his team, he easily get 20 plus a game.
Yeah, especially with the
Easily.
ball handling and shooting.
Right.
He's literally
He's got
he has
the full
skills.
package. He's got
Yeah.
the full package.
I keep telling people that the eye test is so much more important than what a player is averaging.
Hell yeah.
It's so, but people don't understand that. They be like, how can he be blank and blank when he averaging this? I'm like, are you actually watching him
They
average
not
that though?
watching.
They not.
They not watching. That's how could you shit on Brandon Ingram?
And that's why, like, when you say that Jason Tatum next Kobe, I can see it because I see the moves that he's doing.
Yeah.
I see the
hell
grown man pull
Yeah.
up moves. I can see it.
I mean, he working out.
He's not just pulling
Work
that
in
from
the
nowhere.
post.
Right.
Can hit a spot up three. Can dunk on you. Can create his own shot. Like we spoke on previously in the
Right.
show, a variety of ways to score. But he's still young, so he hasn't got to the point where he's taking over or doing it night in and night out. And when Kobe was this age, he wasn't either.
Nope. He was not. Next one comes from Emil. This is a long one.
And I don't think he's the next Kobe either, y'all. But
It's tough to be the next Kobe.
I can see.
The comparison.
But then look
talking
where the
about
fuck it's coming from. I don't get what does GQ know about basketball. Really? Come on.
This photo shoot they got him in was kind of
Fire,
tough though.
fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Them Celtic shorts.
What's them Don?
Them definitely Don C's.
Yeah, Don. I almost said
Definitely.
Don Q. I'm
Don.
so glad you
You know
said
who Don
that.
Q is?
I know the name, but I can't.
It's a
I,
boogie homie, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
okay.
The artist.
Next comes from Emil, who says the Bulls front office is not as bad as people make it out to be. The only mistake they had was hiring Jim Boylan, but the marketing and Wendell Carter Jr. things have both been good picks, and the Jimmy Butler trade was okay.
That's correct. Let's is it more?
Yes, a little bit more. Signing Parker was a risk worth taking since we have to have him walk, and we can't have him walk next offseason.
I agree with his first statements, but they've made a lot of mistakes. You can't say
the ones he just named were all recent, like last year.
Yeah.
So
It goes deeper than
But
just
I
this
feel him
season.
though. I do feel him though. I definitely feel him. What they have put together is definitely good for the future. They're going to get another good pick this year. You have Zach LaVine, who's proven he can be something or somebody. for a team. Marketing is very promising, and same with Wendell Carter and
Chris Dunn.
the Jabari Parker. Chris Dunn's if you can get if the Bulls get the 3rd overall pick and they take Ja Morant,
I'm okay with that.
yeah, I would be okay with that too. But the Jabari Parker thing, you can't say that that's just like a risk reward thing. That's a mistake. You shouldn't did it. Like, I get it that you can't let him walk, but imagine if you didn't sign him. You know what I mean? So, and if hiring Fred Hoiberg, was that a mistake, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You can look at a lot, but I feel what you're saying.
There's a lot. There's a lot
Jim
deeper than that.
Boylan the extension.
Yeah, but he did say that. He did say that.
That was a mistake.
I firmly believe that we have the worst front office in the league, and that's saying something. That's
Yeah,
really
it's
saying
kinda,
something.
It's kind of sad because y'all have such a promising future.
I
that you can't
try to be optimistic about things.
It's hard to
You got
even
a
be
Fire Guard
optimistic.
Peck shirt.
All the
I have a
other
fire guard
the front
patch.
offices that we all considered bad before were the Brooklyn and the Kings, and now they're all
They're good.
They're good now.
And there's one left.
We didn't call the Brooklyn Nets.
It was Billy King himself.
Billy
It was just
King.
Billy King.
It was Billy King.
And when he got out of that, things got a lot better.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to agree with this, Emil, because it's so much deeper than that. If you look at our team, and this is a team I'm watching night in and night out, it's hard to be optimistic. And maybe part of that is due to the fact that I'm not used to the tank. I'm so used to the Bulls being good. But when I watch this team play, it sucks. And I don't know if I can say the same thing about when Philly was coming up. You know, I'm not talking about those teams with nothing, like they had nobody on it. But when they finally got the piece, because these are supposed to be the pieces we're building around, they don't have moments. They don't have many moments. You're like, man, there we go. That's the glimpse of our future right there. I don't see that often when I
See it
watch.
with Levine.
But I can say, but that's why Levine quote that we spoke on last episode is so funny because he's right. When y'all at the beginning of the season, when y'all had so many injuries and it felt
We
like
were
it was
okay.
so many, there was moments where they was going back and forth with Philly, or they was going back and forth with these different teams. It was like, damn, okay, Zach LaVine got 38 and all of this shit, and they was lose by like 2. But now it's like y'all kind of getting back healthy. Y'all pieces are kind of coming back together, and coincidentally with Jim Boylan, y'all are playing worse, and there is no moments.
And it's saying Jim Boylan thing was a mistake is right, but that should be magnified by 1,000 because he is taking his team in the opposite direction as far as the play style goes. You know how many long twos I see watching the Bulls play? Listen, I try to keep it clean on this show, so I'm not, bro, it bothers the hell out of me. No team is doing that and being successful except for the Spurs. And they have Greg Popovich, which Jim Boylan is not.
He's trying to be him.
He's trying to beat him, but you can't do that.
Right, that's
you
not
can't
no
do
instant
that.
thing.
If we 3 years down the line and Zach LaVine is still taking foot on the line twos, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my mind because that's the type of stuff we see right now. And Jim Boylan's like, good shot. Get your feet behind the line. And then we have Laurie Marketing, who you say you give the green light to, but you're not running plays for. So the Jim Boylan thing, you say it's a mistake, Emil, which is right, but it's a mistake that can really turn us in the wrong direction because these are players that are not developing in the right way. That's all I'm
I
saying.
was
Fred
gonna say-
Hoiberg is great at developing
Yeah.
young players.
I was just gonna say, it feels like the league getting better too.
Who the hell
So
did
it's only
Fred
gonna be tough
Hoiberg
on y'all.
develop?
Just like the quarter he had around him, they were actually playing really good under him.
But I don't think that he developed anything. I don't feel like Zach LaVine is a developed Fred Hoiberg developed.
And he only played for Fred Hoiberg for like what, 30 games?
some games.
Yeah, like 35 games or something
Laurie
like that.
Markkinen was the same kind of player he was in Arizona. I'm
Nah,
just
it's
saying.
just funny.
No,
It's
he
just
do
funny.
have good players that are in the NBA that came from him, like George Niang from the Pacers. He was an Iowa State guy. He's a good basketball
Is he the only
player.
one? There was
No,
one more.
It's, Abel Nader, who plays for the Thunder, who I said should be getting more time. He has
Oh,
moments
there's
with
one
the
more.
Thunder.
Royce
White was
Royce
a good
White.
basketball player, but
He wasn't.
he had the flight issues.
is
but
crazy.
those are all good basketball players. So he has good basketball. But I don't know if he developed NBA talent. I can't
Let me see
give
what
him
Royce
that.
White is up to nowadays.
But yeah, like this is the wrong time to be hiring the wrong guy calling the shots. Like a rebuilding team when you
Oh,
add all the pieces.
the perfect example is Brett Brown. Brett Brown has been there from the very beginning. They didn't give up. They didn't give up on him, and he's still there when they were trying to compete. You know what I mean?
And
like
he
he developed that talent to an extent.
Another thing the Bulls did was they went and got Fred Hoiberg. I would never get over this. and really went out and signed people that go against everything that he was for. Like that Rondo and Dwayne Wade signing, like
They
that
set
blows
him
my
up.
mind.
They
They
set
really
him up.
set him up, bro.
They did.
That's like going to get D'Antoni and getting defensive players. Like, yeah, we got.
I
Thank you
think
for
they were
signing.
literally just looking at the name. They didn't even care. They were like, Rondo?
And then we just got
Dwayne
rid of one
Wade?
Chicago boy. Let's bring another Chicago boy so the
Right.
fans don't hate us so much. Stupid. Next one and the last one comes from a very depressed Bulls fan.
That's his
You?
name.
This is not me. I am also a very depressed Bulls fan, but
that
this is
doesn't
not.
make sure
That's
that's
his
not
name.
Brown.
His name is L. Redgeway 14.
Okay.
Come on with this silly ass shit. Come on.
Chris Dunn is greater than Lonzo Ball.
Stop playing with me.
At what age? Yeah, he's older. He's older.
Me and Mike had this debate, right? I wasn't
We
saying
had it at
that
the bowling alley.
we had it at the bowling alley, and I
we had it
wasn't.
before one of the shows.
I wasn't saying that Chris Dunn was better because I don't think he is.
Okay.
But I think you could make an argument for it
Defensively, that he's better now.
defensively and a bit of offensively
The offense, I can see from a scoring point.
from a scoring point for
I
sure.
can see the scoring.
Lonzo has had better scoring moments than Chris Dunn, though.
Chris Dunn's pretty consistent though. In terms of like that mid range.
Let me look. What's Chris Dunn's career high?
If I had to guess, I'd say 29. Is that more than Lonzo Ball's career high?
Lonzo's rookie had like
30
he had a
30
30, I think
second
against the
game ever
Suns.
against the
Suns.
32.
32.
Oh, that's more.
32.
32.
Let's see. Lonzo career high.
And y'all, we just talking. We just
please
talking. We just
We all
talking.
know Lonzo is better.
I know Lonzo's better. No, I agree with that. But I just thought it was a good argument or good debate. 29 against the Suns. Career assists, highest career assists.
Chris Dunn has
Lonzo
them
gotta
beat,
have like,
right?
probably like 12.
Doesn't
11.
Chris Dunn
Chris
have
Dunn had
them
a
beat?
16 assist game this year.
Okay.
Steals.
Why is it not a web? Why is it not a
No,
website?
here, go back. I think there's one website. Is that it? This right here. I think it has all of his career numbers right there. And scroll down a little bit. Yeah, okay. Those are all his career numbers. Steals 6
For
for
You almost
Lonzo.
said Zach LaVine.
Let me do Chris
4
Dunn's right
blocks
here.
twice. Assists 13. He had 2 13-game assists. The last one was against the Bucks. Career high in rebounds for Lonzo. Guess
16. I mean, I'm seeing it. That
right.
wasn't a guess.
Mike. What's the most minutes Lonzo has ever played, Mike?
Chris Dunn got to be that minutes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, he's
What's
a bull.
That's a double overtime game against.
Yeah. 44 for Lonzo.
Okay, so
I
let's
was
go
gonna
through
say
it.
46.
Points 32.
29,
Rebounds 9.
16.
16. 17 assists against the Pacers a couple weeks ago.
13 twice,
Steals 5.
6,
Not a big
Blocks
difference.
3.
4.
And then rebounds numbers he got.
by
him.
okay.
3-pointers made.
6.
Yep. And we got 4. Chris Dunn don't attempt threes. 5 threes is his career high in attempts. Turnovers.
6.
Damn it. 8. And what the heck is FIC?
they don't have no
It don't have no like
You can't
Legend
click on
or
it.
nothing?
no legend. I'm gonna look up FIC basketball. I've never even heard of that. FIC
Feels in comparison.
floor impact counter.
Feels in comparison.
And Lonzo has a higher. No, Lonzo is a better player. But what I was saying to Mike was that when it comes to the on-ball defense, I think that Chris Dunn is up there with Lonzo Ball. And he's not having moments where people are highlighting it because nobody's watching the Bulls. But as far as like on-ball defense, he's up there.
He
But
don't-
my
he
one
don't-
criticism
oh,
is
okay.
that his IQ is not higher than Lonzo, so you don't see him play the off-ball as well or stuff like that.
He don't do like Zoe either though.
What's that
Chris
be?
Dunn got D, but like Zoe be guarding people up court with his hands behind his back. He be ripping people up in the front court.
That's
he,
that
he
size.
blocks
That's
shots.
that
Yeah, that's that
size
size.
alone.
He gets a lot of block
Chris
shots.
Dunn gets a lot of block shots.
Not
too.
like Lonzo.
But Lonzo's also like 3 inches,
That's what
4
I'm
inches
saying.
That's
tall.
what
That
I'm
helps
saying.
him.
You can't teach that.
Look at him.
No, because I don't even know if I don't agree with Chris Dunn being the point guard of our future. So I like Chris Dunn, but he's also like 25, right? He's like, he don't fit the timeline as much. But I like Chris Dunn a lot. I like watching him
Is
play.
Chris Dunn a starting point guard in this league? I know he can be, and he is right now, but for a playoff team like the Bulls,
No. I can't say
So,
he
yeah.
is.
Playoff team
that'll be
like the
good. So
Bulls.
y'all
Future Bulls. Future
Yeah,
Bulls.
come on, Mike.
And
I see them make the
John
playoffs
Morant
in a
might be a
long
guy
time.
that y'all might look up.
I'm okay with
Dennis
that.
Smith Jr. is returning to the Mavericks.
yeah. This is
Him and
stupid.
We
Rick
were just
Carlisle had
saying
a
that like
very
you cannot
good
go
call.
back after
You can't
that.
go back.
I changed my opinion on that, though. I
changed.
changed my opinion on that. I had a conversation with my pops, and he said some things. I was like, you know what, you're right. And what he was saying was that it's like that it's a business.
Right.
So like, you're gonna be in trade talks. Anytime your name is in trade talks, you can't just not want to play, or you can't just go into hiding because it's just a part of it. Everybody, it happens to a lot of people besides the 2%, which is like fucking LeBron and Michael Jordan. But like,
Even Kobe
you know what I
got
mean?
brought up in trade talks.
He was almost a Bull via trade.
Shout out to them
Everybody
Nets.
almost a bull.
I want to show them.
but nobody wants to be a Bull.
I want to show them Nets some more love. They won 17 of their last 22 games.
Great.
Even with Karis LeVert.
They this
and
year's Utah Jazz.
hurt. Who else is hurt? Karis and Allen Crabbe is hurt. D'Lo is a player of the week. Shout out to him. You like Allen Crabbe, don't you? I like Allen Crabbe. He can shoot the ball.
He was shooting
makes a lot
20%.
of
He
money.
was shooting 20% at one point.
I miss him being in Portland.
Shout out to D Rose with the game winner. Let me ask y'all about a couple of these trades.
Sure.
Right. Nikola Vucevic.
Give the writer his love for creating
What
an
is his
article.
name? You know his name?
No,
Or
but you just
Zach Buckley.
shout out to Zach Buckley at
Bleacher
BR.
Report.
Yep.
Zach B.
Clippers
You're not his
received
homie.
Nikola Vucevic. The Magic received Jerome Robinson, Marcin Gortat, 2019 second round pick, the most favorable one from Cleveland, Houston, Portland, Orlando. So Jerome Robinson, Gortat, and a second round pick for Vucevic.
No, for the Magic because they want to make the playoffs. So that's why I don't think Nick Vucevic is going to get traded because they want to stay competitive.
If I'm the Clippers, I'm instantly taking that deal.
Yeah, that's a deal.
I'm instantly
That's a
taking that
deal.
deal.
His defense to that is, remember, Vucevic is on an expiring contract.
And Mo
and is
Bamba's,
blocking
yeah.
Mo Bamba and Jonathan Isaac. Plus, there aren't many win-now buyers in need of a new starting center. If Orlando places lottery value on Jerome Robinson, who was a number 13 pick, and views what almost assuredly will be Cleveland's second round as a late first round, those are two future assets for rental.
Yep. I mean, I understand it, but I just feel like the front office of the Magic going to be like, no, because
That's
they
when
want
trying to get
to.
them
They
players.
need to get those picks though. I feel like they need young players. They kind of need to start letting go of the players they have.
Yeah, I think they
And
should trade
need-
Aaron
yeah,
Gordon.
Let Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, let them start to develop.
Especially for Vucevic, who was going to leave at the end of the year. But
I just want to know where.
Charlotte Hornets receive Marc Gasol. Memphis Grizzlies receive Nicholas Batum, Willie Herman Gomez, and a 2019 first-round pick, lottery protected.
Mike's face when you said it.
Wait. Who are the Hornets giving up for Marc Gasol again?
Nick Batum,
Willie Herman Gomez
And
and
a
a 2019
first-rounder.
first-round pick.
lottery protector.
I'm
So if they
Charlotte,
make the
I'm saying
playoffs.
yes.
I'm saying yes both ways.
Yeah.
Why not?
Time for the Grizzlies to let go.
And
of
they
that.
had that meeting a few nights ago.
Yes, they did. Mike
And
Conley.
I wish we knew what came out of it, but they suck. After starting good, they suck. So why not?
Portland Trailblazers receive Kevin Love, can't be traded before January 24th, and David Nwaba. Cavaliers receive Evan Turner, Anthony Simmons, and then Caleb Swanigan.
Yep, both ways.
I didn't even hear
Yeah.
Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, so that's almost like an instant. We
get
taking
rid-
that deal.
Yeah, they get rid of that bad
It's
Evan
way for
Turner
them to get an
contract.
all-star type player
That's a
because they
team I
can't
feel
get him in
like
free agency.
Portland, or that's a team that I think Carmelo needs to go to is Portland, just because they need somebody else who could score the ball.
We got it.
I would rather have
They
Caleb.
wanted him. They wanted him. But yeah,
Kevin Love will be great.
Yeah, I agree
Kevin
both.
Love.
Kevin Love would
I agree both
definitely-
ways. You don't want to pay Kevin Love $35 million. I'm sorry. As decent
Evan
as he
Turner got a
is.
bad contract, but it's not a lot more nicer than Kevin Love.
And then you can also tank extra hard.
Then Anthony Simmons, he's a
Was
young
a-
guard.
yeah, he
so
was
he's
a
promising.
late lottery or right outside the lottery pick.
Bradley Beal sweepstakes winner number 1. The New Orleans Pelicans received Bradley Beal and Dwight Howard. The Washington Wizards received Julius Randle, Etuan Moore, Frank Jackson, Wesley Johnson, a 2019 first-round pick, top 5 protected, a 2020 second-round pick, and a 2021 first-round pick, top 10 protected.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot they giving up.
Deal.
Is Bradley Beal worth all that?
Yes. You kidding me? Have you seen Bradley Beal
With
play?
Anthony Davis and
With
Jrue
Anthony
Holiday?
Davis. You kidding me? That's a deal, especially since they're afraid they're going to lose Anthony Davis to free agency in a couple
And
years.
you getting Miritich? You still have Miritich?
That's a deal. Julius Randle's not going to resign next year anyway because he ain't got the he has a player option of $8 million. He's playing so good. Some team is going to give him more than $8 million. So you get rid of that. Sure, you losing 2 first-round picks, but you have a perennial all-star, superstar Anthony Davis that you haven't been able to build around. Get him that piece. So I agree with that. And then from the Washington Wizards standpoint, you get 2 first-round picks, and then
they
you get
keep
off
Drew
that money.
Holiday. And they keep Drew Holiday still.
And they still keep Drew Holiday, yeah. And you get off that money, and then boom. You can tank harder this season. John Wall will be back next year.
You still have Otto Porter who can be traded and move and give you more picks and assets. I like it too. I like it a lot.
They got to blow up the whole Washington team.
Facts.
Bradley Beal sweepstakes winner number 2, the last one as well. Philadelphia 76ers receive Bradley Beal. Washington Wizards receive Markelle Fultz, Wilson Chandler, Furkan Korkmaz, a 2019 second-round pick from Chicago, and a 2021 first-round pick from Miami.
That Miami pick may be valuable, super valuable. In 2021, y'all think the Miami Heat are going to be a playoff team? I mean, it's hard to say, but
It's
like
hard to say, but I
Yeah.
doubt it.
Yeah,
I would still say, I would say that's not enough though. That first trade was definitely a lot more for your buck for Bradley Beal. So I would say no to
I
that
think
if
it's
I'm the
time for the
Wizards.
Pelicans to get desperate and make a move like that or suggest a trade like that to Bradley Beal. I know it's a lot, but like you said, you have a guy who doesn't come around often. You have him now you get a chance to get a guy like come on, Drew Holiday, Bradley Beal, Anthony Davis, Middleton.
It might make Anthony Davis want to stay there.
The names we brought up, we never really seen them with like big time help.
What,
We
you
could
talking
argue-
more?
No, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about like Kemba Walker and Marcus Gasol. Like he
I
would be the
thought
best
you were
player
saying the
ever.
names
Kemba
that I
Walker
mentioned in
ever
that
played
trade
alongside.
ain't been big time help for him.
Who were you gonna say?
Who?
All-Star Al Jefferson,
What?
but Kemba Walker was young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they made the playoffs with that team.
Yeah.
Okay, before we end the show, any last guesses of what that rap lyric was from?
No.
Take
on.
one guess each. Just one guess each. New York rap. You can't play it though. Copyright.
I'm gonna just pull it up.
Okay.
I really don't know.
It's taking too long. Their group. How about that?
Biggest rap group ever?
A lot of.
Oh, Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. Finally. Ding ding ding.
55 minutes later. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this episode of Through the Wire. We'll see y'all in a few days. Peace.